quick question. What's on your mind? No, seriously, what's on your mind? Because according to experts, about 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts run through our minds in a day. And that is an average of about 2.5 to 3,000 thoughts in an hour. So, do you remember what you were thinking about in the past hour? Because people often say that you are an internal image of yourself. So, what is that image? What are you constantly telling yourself every day? And have you ever taken the time to assess the nature of your thoughts and the effects that they have on your life? Let me tell you a quick story. The other time, my husband pointed out to me that I was not my usual bubbly self, and I was kind of snappy and biting people's heads off. Luckily, he said it in a nice way. But anywho, I took a step back and I decided to trace my thoughts to find out what the source was. And I realized that it was actually from one simple phone call to my mom that ended up in a surge of panic and a ripple effect of everything negative. So the backstory is, it was a couple of days before lockdown, and the president already announced, and people were panic buying and all of that stuff, and people were moving from one province to another, going home, whatever the case is. And I was trying to get my mom to come and spend lockdown with us because she lives alone, she's elderly, and has an underlying condition. So of course I was concerned. But my mom, on the other hand, she was chill. She was like, child, I am big. I can take care of myself. It's no big deal. If I can't get there, don't worry about it. And so I let it slide because, listen, that woman, yeah, she can really take care of herself. And I would constantly check on her. So this one time I was going grocery shopping, and I just decided to check on her. And I couldn't get hold of her. I couldn't get hold of her. And then eventually she answers, and there's a lot of noise in the background. People are cackling, having fun. And I'm like, lady, you live alone, so what's going on? And then she's like, oh, I went to my friend's house because we didn't have electricity, and I went there to charge my phone, and then I forgot it in the charger, and we were just having a good time, whatever. So while she's having a good time, little Missy here is thinking of all those articles that she read on COVID and how to take safety measures and all of that stuff. So in my mind, I am just panicking and checking off everything that she was just doing wrong on the list. And at the same time, I was trying to stay calm, but while her surrounding was all fun and dandy, on my side, I was walking around the mall and I was struggling to find food. Every time I'd go to a store, there was no food. I was just met with beautiful, empty shelves. So the frustration in me just started building up, because now I was thinking that if this is frustrating for me going around to different malls and different stores trying to find food, what about her if she has to go through the same thing that I'm going through now, and she goes to stores, she doesn't find food, she goes back home, she goes to another store, can't find food, and all of that stuff, and then it means that she's risking exposure and all of that stuff. People are so selfish, why are people panic buying, and next thing you know, child, I was panic buying, and then I had to deal with the guilt of panic buying. But anyway, what I'm trying to demonstrate is, in as much as I had every reason to be concerned, I also had the responsibility of making sure that I control my thoughts and steer them in a different direction so that it does not become the ripple effect that it became. And the reason for that is, our thoughts have a direct impact on our emotions. They have a direct impact on our moods and how we feel. And more often than not, we express how we feel through what we say, the decisions that we take, the actions that we take, or the actions that we don't take. And obviously our decisions affect our lives, or rather steer our lives. So we can either let our minds wander, or we can start practicing how to steer our thoughts in the direction that we want, which is mostly positive. So the question is, how then do we take control of our thoughts? How do we steer them in a more positive direction? How do we win those 60 to 80,000 thoughts that run through our minds a day? So I've got 3 things that I personally practice, and for you and others it might be something else, and you're welcome to actually put it in the comments below. But these are the 3 things that I personally practice. So number 1, daily confessions. Confessions of self-love, of encouragement, of motivation. And we're not talking about anything plastic here. We're talking about real, honest, authentic, genuine conversations that are believable to your subconscious. So if you're feeling lazy, or if you're feeling scared about doing something, first having to acknowledge how you feel, and then find solutions and motivation and encouragement that will help you to take the necessary action. Number 2, read. Whether it's articles, whether it's self-help books, the Bible, books on, or biographies, anything that is inspirational, that will blow you and motivate you. Number 3, assessing the voices around you. From the DJs that you listen to on the radio, to the television programs that you watch, to your social media, your timeline. Who are you following? What is their message? Because that affects you. To the people around you, what conversations are you having with them? Are those conversations leaving you worried? Are they leaving you in a space of being helpless? Are they leaving you feeling inferior? Or is it conversations that make you want a better life for yourself and make you feel good about yourself? So if all 3 of these areas hold the same positive and healthy message, I believe that we've won half the battle. Because research has shown that if you consistently hold the same message or the same image, so that is your thinking patterns, your attitudes, if you consistently hold that same image and you take action based on that, that will lead to positive habits. And positive habits have a direct influence on building our characters. And our characters, well, for me, I believe that character is what helps you to reach your destiny. So if thoughts leads to action, and action leads to habit, and habit leads to character, and character influences destiny, it's no wonder someone once said that if you change your thoughts, you change your world. So, again, I asked the question, what's on your mind, boo? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to join the Unlimited Soul Tribe, all you need to do is just hit the subscribe button below, and you can also like and share this video. And remember, you can also holler at your girl on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time, God bless.